The All Progressives Congress last week wrapped up an eventful special national convention, the climax of which was the emergence of Senator Bola Tinubu as the party's candidate for next February's presidential elections. Joining us now to review that primary election, the party's chances in 2023, factors that may determine the choice of a running mate for its presidential candidate, as well as other factors that may shape the nomination of the running mate, are former APC National Vice Chairman for the South-South, Hillard Etta, and a former Executive Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Dr. Cairo Ojougboh. Welcome you both to the program. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you very much for having us.
All right. Mr. Etta, let me start with you. As we all watched the primaries play out over at the beginning of the week, can you give us your thoughts as to how the process was conducted, the transparency, or whatever you think about how the votes were counted and conducted, and of course the winner of the primaries and how the jostlings happened beforehand? Give us your comments on the primaries.
Well, thank you very much. First of all, we have to thank Almighty God for giving us the opportunity to bring that process to Nigerians. I must commend the party that they put up a process that was beyond reproach. It was fair, it was credible, it was transparent, and at the end of the day, it brought forth the very general of the people, the general of the progressive family in Nigeria, as the flag bearer of the All Progressives Congress. I want to commend party members for giving Nigerians the joyous occasion, that joyous occasion of the presidential primaries, and the party aficionados for not trying to skew the process to the benefit of one or the other aspirant, or make any attempt to subvert the process as enshrined in both the constitution of the party and the guidelines of the presidential primaries.
Very well said. Well, Dr. Cairo, I'm going to come to you now. I'd like to ask you how feasible you think a Muslim ticket is in a nation as religiously polarized as Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Let me put it this way, or let me digress a little bit. I want to commend the Arise TV and thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here. And let me say that this television station, you have been doing marvelous work, and the rate at which you have improved right from the onset till now is amazing. So allow me go to the question. Muslim ticket didn't start today. You recall that Abiola and His Excellency King Ibe had a Muslim ticket, and it was said to be one of the most fairest election that this country ever had. The important thing in an election is to win it, and to win it genuinely. If, as it were today, that the candidate of the APC is from the Southwest, there is nothing wrong at all, because we must fish for both votes, and we must harvest our votes from the grassroots. And if you do not give the vice presidential candidate to a Muslim, it will be a problem for the APC. And it is very clear that Bola Tinubu is a Southerner. Just like Abiola's case was, he also covers the South with that. But if you go and take a Christian Northerner, we will not get the vote. And let me also say this. The beauty in this whole thing is the way and manner that the president, Muhammadu Buhari, handled this the convention. He never interfered. He said, let the best win. And you have seen the acceptability of the candidate that emerged. So the next thing is, how do we now harvest our vote? We need a very serious and experienced northerner from the major, the population in the north, and the Christian Muslim is almost 80% to 20%. And if we're going to abandon that 80%, it will be serious for us. And in any case, voters are now very wise. They know that it has got nothing to do with religion, with tribalism. What Nigerians want is, give us a team that can improve, that can make Nigeria work. And that is why you see, either way, a Muslim ticket, I am not averse to it. If it is what will make us win this election, we must go for it. And to say that it must be a Muslim-Christian candidature does not arise at all. We are going to look for the candidate that can make us win. If we get a Christian that makes it possible, so be it. But it is better, and I believe that a Muslim ticket has nothing. It will not be a disadvantage to our chances at the election. Because if you look at the way the candidature is, Atiku Abubakar, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar is from the northeast. He's a Muslim. Asiwaju the Great, the Asiwaju of Africa, is from the southwest. So, of course, you can see that Asiwaju is generally in good command in the southwest. And the election there will not be too difficult for the APC. But go to the northeast. We are also very good because the states that vote massively, Katsina State, Borno State, and Adamawa State. In Borno, the APC is 100%. In Adamawa, we can share the votes with Atiku. And then, it's only a Muslim that can make this happen so that we can harvest the Muslim vote. So I think in looking for a vice presidential candidate, there's nothing wrong in selecting a Muslim ticket. Thank you very much.
Mr. Hillard Etta, I'd like to take you back to your assessment of the presidential primary. Yahya Bello's presidential campaign organization described the primary as largely peaceful but highly compromised. In a statement, the campaign accused delegates of being pocketed by paymasters. I would like you to react to that.
Well, I am not the spokesperson for the Asiwaju campaign organization. I was just in charge of the South. But let me say that to the best of my knowledge, the process was, like I said earlier on, above board, and it was credible. It was very fair. Now, if somebody takes an aversion to that process, then it is incumbent on that person to explain what exactly he means. If he says that the process was pocketed, then he needs to come to Nigerians and explain how that was done. For us, it was credible. And let me also join Dr. Cairo about this Muslim ticket that has started a conversation, around the political circles in Nigeria. Now, what confronts us is not religion. What confronts us is not ethnicity. What confronts Nigerians is hunger, deprivation, lack of access to education, proper education, industrialization, mechanized agriculture. These are some of the things that have become a challenge to this country. And we need a ticket, we need a partnership that will be able to focus on these challenges and provide solutions, permanent solutions to all of these challenges, so that Nigeria will live up to its potentials. You know, over 30 years ago, over even 40 years ago, it was agreed in all over the world, that Nigeria was potentially a great nation. Till today, Nigeria is still looked at as a potentially great nation. We need a team that will unlock that potential so that Nigeria will begin a journey of taking its place in the Committee of Nations. It has very little to do with religion. If Nigeria could do Muslim ticket in 1993, about 32 years ago, it should not be an issue for conversation. It should not be an issue that will pose a challenge to us. We need a team. We need another accomplished Nigerian on the ticket with the Asiwaju of the universe to come using the experience of Asiwaju, the vision of Asiwaju, and add to the vision of this man that we are going to choose from the northern part of the country and help the Nigerian nation unlock its potentials in a way that Nigeria will take its place of pride in the Committee of Nations. That is what concerns us for now. It is not whether the person is a Muslim. After all, when people are introduced to this world, they don't choose and pick where they are born. They don't choose and pick what religion. They inherit religion from their parents. What we should look up to are, do you have the vision? Do you have courage? Do you have love for your people? Do you have acute sense of history to be able to fit in to the kind of leadership that Nigeria requires at this moment? This is what should concern us, not whether the person is a Muslim or whether the person is a Christian.
Okay. Mr. Etta, let me follow up to that question. You were talking about what we need to focus on and to move the country forward. Now, does this mean that our President Buhari has failed in this regard of unlocking our country's potential?
Look, I'm not doing a referendum on the presidency of President Buhari. I am sure that the president has led a foundation for the takeoff of this journey. But we need someone who is going to take off the journey. The train is set at the station. A progressive train has been parked and set at the station. We need a train driver, and we have found one in Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. We need somebody who will help him move this train forward. This is what I'm saying. This is not a program to dissect or to appraise or to speak of the presidency as we have it today. If you want me to come on your program and do a dissection or
okay, let's focus on what you're here for, Mr.
An assessment.
Mr. Etta, let's focus on what you're here for based on time. Thank you for what you just said. But you're talking about vision, for instance, hoping that Bola Tinubu would be the one to ride that train, and I think those were the words that you used. But when we listened to his acceptance speech, for instance, that was an opportunity to give us insight on that vision, and it sounded more like a statement of war, basically against the PDP, destroy. We heard all sorts of, the language and the demeanor did not suggest that there was an actual vision. He even made statements like he didn't even know why he was chosen. So what kind of vision are we actually talking about here?
Well, if that is your reading of the acceptance speech of Asiwaju, then I will tell you that perhaps you were listening to the politicians speak. But the vision of Asiwaju is in his work. You cannot divorce a man from his work. When you're talking about the vision and the courage and what we need as leadership, you will now speak of the things that he has done in the past. because there is nobody who is going to contest this election who does not have antecedents. His work in the past is Lagos. We know you are in Lagos today. I lived in Lagos for 11 years. I left Lagos in 1997 before he became the governor of Lagos State and become the father of Lagos State from 1999. The Lagos that I lived in and the Lagos as we have it today are a world apart. There is no nexus between that Lagos that I lived in and the Lagos that we have today. So that is a product of vision. That is a product of courage. That is a product of love and accurate sense of history. And that is what we need in Nigeria. We want Asiwaju to come and give us in Nigeria what he gave the people of Lagos State. Lagos State was about the 28th economy in Africa in 1999. Today, Lagos State is the 5th largest economy in Africa. Lagos State was making 600 million naira as internally generated revenue.
Please, I'm sorry,
as at last month, Lagos was making 51 billion.
Mr. Hillard Etta, I'm so sorry to interrupt you a bit, but because of time, I would like to give Dr. Cairo Ojougboh time to speak. Now, the PDP believes that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is no match for Atiku Abubakar. According to them, the APC is a fraudulent contraption that brought on the failed, corrupt, and rudderless administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. So, Dr. Cairo, now I'm asking you, how well do you think the APC will perform at the polls in 2023, and on what basis should voters be judging the party's candidate?
If the way things are today, the APC candidate is a guru in politics. And the APC has, in the north, 13 governors adopted him. And you know, a governor comes with a whole retinue of structures. So these governors will work very, very seriously to deliver. If you go to the north, if you go to the southwest, there is no problem at all there for APC. If you go to the southeast, the votes there will be vulcanized. But APC has 2 state governors, and they are not going to sleep. If you go to the south-south, it is, again, by this time, the south-southerners, they know that they have to fully come on the train of national politics and go APC. For the north, you have the followers of Mr. President there. And I can assure you, he will not lose one of them, because he also will work. With these 13 governors from the north, working assiduously for Bola Tinubu, we are not going to have a problem. And that is why the issue of religion should not taint the campaign that we are going to do. Now, if you ask me, why do I think that the APC will win based on the performance of this current government? I will reveal something to you. When Buhari came on board as president of this country, he continued all projects of President Jonathan. I give you an example. The second Niger bridge, that is now almost 95% completed. The airport, the new terminals in airports in Abuja and in Lagos, and Enugu, and all the super highways that Jonathan started, the railway tracks, Lagos, Ibadan, Abuja, Kano. These are, you see, the problem with journalists at times is that they will not give credit when they don't give credit to people, except you say it yourself. So we will use this opportunity. We have a lot of things to campaign for. The issue of security, people say don't talk about it. I talk about it. But right now in this world, this insecurity problem is all over the world. But we're unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate for Nigeria that the ISIS are coming to cause a lot of problem here. But I will assure you of something. The president is not sleeping. The chiefs of the security agencies are not sleeping. And
Well, Dr.
the country
Cairo,
will
that does
fight
sound
back.
like something we've heard for the past 7 years, that we're not sleeping. But I have this last question to ask because we have about 2 minutes on the clock. And if you can do this in a minute, I'd appreciate it. What criteria do we expect to see in the selection of a running mate for the current flag bearer of APC?
Yes, we have virtually, even this question we have dealt with it. We said, one, religion must not be an issue. And we must target the 80% population of the North who are Muslims. Two, the candidate will be vibrant. Three, the candidate must be somebody who is ready to work and who must ready to work 24 hours of the day. So these are the issues that are being considered in picking a running mate for the Jagaban Bogu. And let me tell you, this election is not going to be too difficult. But because the APC is ready to work, the Jagaban is a workaholic. He knows what to do. He's a strategist. And then in all the states of the Federation, there are correct and copious strategists who are working for the APC. And I will assure you, there won't be surprises. APC will come top.
All right. Well, this is a great time to end the conversation. Thank you so much, Hillard Etta and Dr. Cairo Ojougboh, for joining the program this afternoon.